the real winners in life are the ones who never give up in spite of things not happening right when they want them to, because the winner is not created by the win. The winner is created by each time they fail and they decide to get back up. You see, the winner, the real winner, the winner who does things with their heart and does things to serve humanity and who does things with passion and conviction and things that are really in alignment with their higher purpose and their values, that person doesn't have an actual finish line. That person has a vision in which is ginormous, which they might not even accomplish within their lifetime. And so they're not concerned about just the results of one thing or two things or three things or four things. They're aware that there's a bigger vision, and so they stay focused on that bigger vision. And so if you're someone who wants to be a winner, who wants to be someone who lives the life of their dreams and who's really just living and breathing what they believe in, and they feel proud and they feel confident, they feel like they're really making a difference in this world, and they wake up with a drive and an ambition, then you have to find out what it is that you want to do with your life, which just comes from trying out different things and experiences and being open-minded. And then once you find something that you enjoy, that you truly are passionate about, and that hopefully you also have some talent in, particularly if you're trying to monetize off of it, then the one thing that will decide whether you will be successful or not will ultimately come down to, will you keep going through the hard times? Will you keep going even when you're not getting the results that you wanted? Are you willing to make certain sacrifices, maybe spending less time with people, maybe taking a down in your income, or are you willing to make sacrifices in order to make this thing come to fruition? And I want to be very careful with what I'm saying, because I don't believe that going after your dreams or becoming a winner in your own way, it means that you have to sacrifice your own happiness. And I also don't believe it means suffering. I don't believe it means that you have to starve yourself, like literally, like I'm not going to have any money to buy food for myself. Like, no, it's obviously you need to have balance in your life. I don't believe in sacrificing so much to the point where you're not even enjoying your day to day at all. But I mean sacrifice in the sense of, you're not going to go out tonight because you know that the version of you that accomplishes your goals goes to bed early, eats a healthier diet, isn't maybe drinking. Of course, I'm really referring to this is like what helps me for my goals, but for you, it might be something completely different. Maybe for you, I don't know, you want to become a pilot or something, and for you, maybe the pilot school is at night for some reason because you want to be a nighttime pilot, and then you have to, I don't know, maybe your work shift starts at night, so you have to train yourself to be able to stay up at night and sleep during the day. So for you, it might be the opposite for me. But the whole point is that there's certain sacrifices for anything that we want to achieve. Anything that is meaningful requires a sacrifice. And so there's that a component, but then I would say bigger than that is just, are you going to keep going during the tough times? Are you willing to persevere? Because I really believe that that is truly the difference between the people who succeed and the people who do not succeed. And yeah, I'm making this video pretty much for the younger version of myself, who was someone who was aspiring to be a content creator and entrepreneur. But there was several times in my adult life where I gave up. There was a time where I was off of social media for actually about a year and a half, 2 years, and then other gaps that I had, 6 months off, a few months off, few months off. And every time that I would give up on my dream of becoming like a YouTuber, creative, content creator, entrepreneur, was because I didn't believe that this was actually something that I could come to fruition. And so eventually, when I got back into this, I started to surround myself by other people who were doing basically the same thing, who were also content creators, entrepreneurs. And what I ended up realizing by being around these people who already had a certain level of success in terms of being able to monetize and being able to have a loyal audience and to be able to really have a voice, or a certain level of competency with their skill set and effectiveness, what I realized from these people is that they're not superhumans. The only difference between the people who are successful for a long time and the people who don't ever get there is that the people who are been successful for a long time just worked long enough where they finally got the plane to start flying, where they finally got the plane off the ground, right? They didn't give up until they got that plane off the ground because they decided that they were never going to give up until for the rest of their lives, they would just keep pushing. They would keep pushing because they're about the mission, they're about the why, the deeper purpose behind what they're doing. And so if you're someone who wants to be successful in whichever manner, you just have to be willing to keep going even when you feel uncertain about, what's on the other side. And again, I'm not saying to starve yourself or anything like that, but there is going to be some sacrifice. And I believe that so long as you are willing to stay consistent and make it a conscious choice, that you're just going to keep going no matter what. And you're going to obviously just keep learning and growing and, always trying to, take things to the next level, then you're going to succeed. I believe it's really inevitable. I believe it actually at a certain point it becomes harder to not succeed than succeed. So please, if that is you, please keep on pushing through with your dreams. Everyone's dreams are different, so don't think that they have to go, your dreams are very unique. So just trust your gut, trust your intuition, and surround yourself by the right people, because surrounding yourself with the right people will most definitely help you, and it will help you get through the tough times. Okay? If you like this video, make sure to literally like the like the button and comment any questions you have or ideas for future videos, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I make videos every single day like this. So yeah. All right, much love.